instrumental. Well, I don't know if you heard it before this, but we got Jigga. I thought about
Bigger,
it. Yeah.
bigger.
I thought about it.
Yes.
So, come on, Queen. You brought New York all the way with you because this jacket.
Honey.
This jacket.
Honey.
For the Facebook Live that see the fur.
Listen.
Come on, shimmy.
Shimmy.
Yes.
Life.
Oh
I just feel so Carrie Bradshaw with this.
Yeah.
I just feel so Sex in
about.
the City.
I just don't know. Like, we're gonna get real Sex in the City today.
Listen, honey.
Okay.
I love vibes. Everything is just like a dream in my head. So when I think of what I want to feel like,
Right.
I want to feel like Carrie Bradshaw.
Come on.
So
You
come
definitely
through, pink fur.
Yes, you giving it to us. It felt great. It was soft, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
But what I really want to know is about that crown. How is it that you are changing crowns across the country now? Welcome to Chicago.
Well, Chicago is amazing.
Thank
The
you.
support so far has been so amazing.
Yeah.
Like my clients have really been from like Michigan, from different places. I'm like, wow, like people are like Indiana. I'm like,
Yeah.
you gonna drive here to get your hair? Like they're like,
We ain't
absolutely.
got nobody doing that time.
Well, I've been in the hair business. I've been doing hair since I was in high school.
Nice.
So like it was more so like I was like the high school braider. Like
Getting that coin.
I used to braid like the guys' hair in high school, and like people would just be like waiting for the grand reveal when they took their do-rag off.
Oh.
So it would just be like in the cafeteria, and people would be
Okay.
like, all right, it's time.
Julie did it.
It's time. Like, take it off. Let's see what she's done.
All right, here we go.
So then when they would take it off, it'd be like, yo, how'd she think about that? You know, crisscross,
Right.
this, that, and the third. Like, my imagination has always been so grand. So I knew that after high school, I was like, I'm going to beauty school. Like, straight after high school, I went to Aveda.
Okay.
And
I used to work for Aveda.
I love Aveda.
I think everybody worked for Aveda.
Except for me.
Yeah. Legit. Like, they don't have our shades in makeup, but that's cool.
Well, yeah, no,
Shout out
it
to
was even
Riri.
worse back then. So yeah,
Ooh,
no.
okay.
So I went to beauty school, and then I started working with a celebrity hairstylist. He was like more so known for precision cutting.
Okay.
So when I started working for him, they taught me how to do black hair. Because, you know, braiding hair and like doing roller sets, that's not knowing how to do black hair. You know what I mean? So like they had taught me like how to cut, you know, do like dope haircuts and like be precise and different shapes and stuff like that.
David cuts and diva cuts and stuff.
No. I learned diva cuts recently, but like,
Okay.
yeah, I just incorporate it into the knowledge that I already know.
Okay.
Because it's not realistic for like, you know, 4C hair, because the shrinkage is not accurate.
It's not.
So like accuracy is really important to me and my clients, because a lot of them, they like to go straight and curly.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't, sometimes with the diva cut, if somebody has too much shrinkage, you can't really calculate that you're being precise, and when it's straightened, it's not gonna look precise.
Not even.
So like a lot of the times with someone that has like really, really coily hair, I blow it out first so I could see the shape perfectly. And then, you know, go back into style it curly. It doesn't have to be styled flat iron.
I hope you ladies hearing that. Going to these hair salons, having them mess up your natural. Don't mess up that natural.
Yeah, I mean, a light blow dry is not going to mess up your natural. That's not going to give you heat damage. It's the excessive heat and the low moisture, people not putting enough moisture and being too abrasive, that causes people to get, like, heat damage. So that's, like, not a thing in my chair.
Okay.
So.
Oh, my God.
But, yeah, so I learned cutting from him, and then I worked for him. And then that salon shut down, so I was like devastated.
Oh, wow.
And that was just like what added or like furthered me into like my depression as far as like where I should be career-wise.
Right.
So then I started working from home, but it didn't, like, when you roll out of bed to go to work, that's not really feeling like you're progressing, regardless of whether it's like and it's not in my house, it's in my father's house. It's one thing if I had my own house.
Right.
You know, it'd be like, you know, I still wouldn't want to roll out of bed to go to work, but just knowing that, like, I want my own house. Like, doing this out of my father's house doesn't make me feel like I'm progressing.
Absolutely.
It's a stepping stone, but it's not progression to me. So then I lost the weight. I did the whole weight loss thing because I was like, I need to feel lit to get into New York.
What size were you before?
I was a size 12, so I was like a 185 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. you know, still a little smaller, you know what I'm saying? But yes, okay, yes.
Yeah, but for me and for my frame
Yeah.
and for what I'm like naturally, that was basically like unhealthy, very, very unhealthy weight for
Legit.
me. So, and it also just aided in my depression because I didn't feel like I looked like what I envisioned myself being. So I was just like, no, I need to walk the walk, look the walk, all of that. I need all of that to fall in line, okay?
Yes.
Before I could go to the city and be confident with, because people's expectations in the city are very high, period.
Man, look, if you don't lose weight, you're going to lose weight getting on those subways and those stairs.
Yes, listen.
When it was hot, it was hot.
Yes.
I turned down there.
It is like a freaking garbage can in the subway.
Oh, my God.
When it's freaking summertime. It's just garbage disposal.
So what was it? Okay, so you said that you wanted to feel and look the look and everything. What was it that one day, like, okay, I'm changing?
It was just like I felt like I had too many excuses. Like I was tired of feeling sorry for myself every morning. Like it would be like every morning I had like 2 hours of depression before like I started work. And it's just like every morning you're going to do this. And it's just like every night you're going to eat Doritos and like be depressed in your bed eating all this stuff. Like, no, I'm tired. So then like I could be very dramatic and I wanted to be in my own space in my weight loss journey. So I like made like a gym like in my parents' house and like bought turf and like sewed the turf together like from Home Depot. And I just bought like a treadmill. I bought my weights and I was like, you know, I'm gonna get up every morning and this is not gonna be a thing anymore. Okay. Like I'm gonna roll out of bed and get on this treadmill. I don't have to look any kind of way. You get what I'm saying? When you go to the gym, you're just like, oh, I don't want to be looking crazy. I looked hella crazy. I just rolled out of bed literally and just got on the treadmill. So then once I lost like 25 pounds, I was like, I'm ready. I'm gonna go to the gym now. Because I wanna shape my body. I wanna make sure that it's like toned. I'm not trying to just be like only on the treadmill. So then I worked and I went to the gym. And then I also like set a goal. I said, I'm gonna do a photo shoot. So if I set up a photo shoot in July, then I have no choice but to get right. Because I was just like, I'm gonna be in a bra and panties in this photo shoot. So if I'm gonna do this, I need to make sure that I stick to this. I need to be lit. Okay? Because I was like, yeah, I'm going to be in Calvin Klein bra and underwear. Yeah? Yeah. You got to keep working. Because, like, if you're going to be, like, bare like that, like, I just have standards for what it's supposed to look like if I'm going to be that bare, honey. Okay? Slim to none. Hey. And you got photographers. You got people. No.
A fat shaver because I'm sorry, we wasn't supposed to wear that.
Like, but listen, no matter what shape your body is, it's the confidence that, like, pours out of you that matters. Yeah. And for me, I can't be ultimately confident in a body that is just like bigger like how I was before. Yeah. And I don't fat shame nobody. If you love yourself, strut, honey. Yeah. There be some bad girls that be really having a nice body, but there be a full-figured, beautiful woman that be so confident that get all the dudes. All of them. Jealous. Because of her confidence, okay?
Seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Facts, right. Because confidence is sexy. It's not just about your body image. It's about what you exude. It's not really so much about like, oh, what you look like if you have abs, if you don't have abs. No, that's not what it's about. Yeah. Because like confidence could be really sexy, no makeup, nothing, and you just bomb.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm telling y'all, that's why I'm kind of sad out this camera. Like, yeah, so today's morning.
But where did we leave off? Listen.
So you lost the weight.
Yes.
And then what was the takeoff point from there?
The takeoff point was like the photo shoot. The photo shoot was just like, this is it. When I saw the images and I saw the videos that were captured, I was just like, this is who I'm supposed to be. Like when I finally saw like, okay, like you're finally embodying what God put in your heart. Like you're doing it. That's what made me like, all right, I could do this. I could do anything. I could be in New York. So I started working in New York. I started working part-time because I was a little nervous. I was just like, you know, let me work part-time. And I was still living in the suburbs. So I had to take the bus. And I would be running back to the bus all the time. So then once February hit, so it was like September to February. And then I was like, you know what, I'm going to be full-time. So then I sold my car. And mind you, I'm a suburban girl. Yeah. So I was just like, you know, I'm a boss, I must say. I must say. Because listen, I had a 2-door Wrangler, monster wheels, picture bigger in this, and hold on a second, not even, stick shift. Okay. I don't play them games. So I used to look like I was going to run you over. Like,
Yeah.
everybody was just like, that girl needs to get that truck away. Because you know how cars be jerking.
This fur coat in that truck?
Yes, honey.
What?
I had to give it up, though.
Oh,
I had to give it up because I was just like, you know, the subway's so close to my house. Like, there's no point in having this car and getting tickets.
Yeah.
So I sold the car. It was a very dramatic year, you know, to sell my car, move to Brooklyn, you know, work full time, and then now open my own salon suite and do all of that and then start the tour. So, like, I really just started to pour my finances, like, into myself. Instead of, like, waiting for someone to say, it's your time, I said, it is my time. Like, I don't need to be found.
What sacrifices did you make in that time?
I guess the sacrifices that I make are like being social, I would say. I'm very busy and I take my lifestyle very seriously as far as like taking care of my health in the morning and making sure that I get my workout in and get my food cooked and then, you know, make sure that I'm doing these clients, contacting these clients, and then also taking care of the salon suite and then doing this tour. So it takes up, and then doing YouTube and doing all these things, like, you know, and I edit my videos. So it's just like, I do everything. I literally do everything. So like, when I have a moment to just beat my face and take a selfie for Instagram to make sure that people see like I'm still working, I'm still around, I could still be your hair inspiration. I'm also having 2 Instagrams. You know, I have JayHairBigga and I have Julie Dastiné. Julie Dastiné has all my clients. So then I have to also make sure that I get footage of them, bring my ring light to work and make sure that I'm doing all of that. So I would say what I sacrifice is time with my family, time with my friends, time, like leisure time. And that's okay because I'll give it to myself when I'm just like, okay, enough is enough. Like, you need to chill. But like, I don't feel like I need to chill because I feel like when I'm chilling, somebody else is going, you know? I don't feel like I need to chill. I feel like I need to go. But it's true. I don't need to chill. I need to keep going. Like, you know, everybody is at a stage, you know, I'm turning 28 in a couple weeks. Everybody's kind of at a stage where like they're having children and stuff like that. This is my child. JHB, like that's my kid. You know, and, so, and it was a client that made me realize, like, Julie, like this may be taking up all your time, but this is your baby. If people have children and they're tending to their kids and, you know, they're not around to be able to hang out with anymore, I'm tending to my business. This is my baby. You know what I mean? And I want to see it flourish. I want to inspire women across the world, across the board. And if I have to fly to each place and lose sleep over it to make sure that, listen, I'm going to connect with you. This is not just between some phone that you're going to see me and there's like no connection to touching me or even actually being able to have a conversation with me. Yeah, like I really want to be able to be like, yeah, you know me. Like, if I'm building my brand, I want to know the people that support my brand. I don't want to just be like, hey, this is my brand. I'm dope. Here, Instagram. Here, I'm so dope.
Like it.
Yeah, like it.
Yeah.
No, but I want to see you. The person that liked it, I want to see you. Oh, you know, like I want to see the person that's commenting, the person that's just like, yeah, we support JayHairBigga. What JayHairBigga wants to see you in person. Like these comments and all these things that like that people leave and they say that they love you, you're so inspiring, and like these DMs that I get, I appreciate them and I want to meet you. Like I don't ever see myself as like above anyone, no matter how big I get. And I'll say that because I already knew I was going to be big. So why do I have to act any kind of way if I already know my purpose? I don't really need to act like that. People that get big and you act surprised and you act like you brand new, I'm not never going to be brand new.
Come on.
I'm not. And I could say that with confidence because no matter how much money I make, I don't look at myself like I'm a financial, like, oh, money fall all over me. And yes, I'm so rich. I'm so rich. Yeah, I'll buy things, but that don't make me who I am. I may come off and exude this. You might look at me in the street and think that I'm one way, but I'm not that way. You know what I mean? Like
don't judge me by my Balenciaga boots, okay?
Yeah, don't judge me by my Da Vinci bag. Don't judge me. Okay? And it's just like, you know, I just know that people could really be absorbed into what they look like. And like, though I appreciate the crown that God put on my head and, you know, all this black girl magic that people love and stuff like that, it's not who I am. It is what I look like. I appreciate it. I appreciate all women for what they look like, but it's not who I am. Like, to get to know who somebody is, like, that's why I want to connect with people. Like, you see this image and you like this image, but I'm an actual person. You're an actual person. You know, like, when you're online and you're liking people's things and you support somebody and then you go watch their Snapchat, you might not like them anymore.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
OMG, yeah.
You might not like them anymore.
Friends, unfriend. Quickness.
Yes.
Yo, absolutely. You guys, stay tuned. I'm speechless, okay? You have dropped major gems If you want to catch this interview from anywhere you're at, make sure you all go download or visit tunein.com and look up keywords WGHC 98.3. We're also on Facebook Live. We can't use it. People gonna think we bite you, you know.
Bigga is the name.
What? Come on.
Bigger is the name.
What?
Playing hair is my game. Going through these streets and treating it like it's not lame.
Yes.
Trash.
Somebody to freestyle with me.
Right. No.
Come on,
listen.
Issa Rae.
Come on.
Welcome back to the Daily Brew Morning Show here on WGHC 98.3 FM, the hottest Afro-African urban station in the nation. And we still got Julie Dastiné in the house. You guys, I'm telling you, I wish we could have honestly just kept the microphone on. This queen has been dropping gems after gems. And we're like sponges just sucking it all in. I mean, the experience you have, the things you've been through, and the knowledge and wisdom that you have, you're way above your years. Way.
Yeah.
So, definitely still a millennial. Turn up.
Turn up. Don't get it twisted.
Definitely still a millennial, which I love. So, tell us more about JayHairBigga. Okay, so first of all, what were you doing in Chicago this past weekend?
This past weekend, I stopped by Chicago for my tour. So I'm doing like a hair tour. Okay. So the thing is that was very sporadic too. Oh. So like I have a friend and I was telling him, I was just like, I'm nervous. I don't know. He's like, no, just put out the video and see what happens. I was shocked. Because there's a lot of people that watch you. That don't mean that they have to comment. So then when I put up the video and it got like 300 comments, like, come here, come here, come here, come here, come to this place. I'm just like, oh my goodness. Like, people are really out here for Bigga. Like, I'm just like, wow. So then I was just booking like one, city at a time and like really doing it all by myself, like answering the emails all by myself and like booking these clients and stuff like that. So coming to Chicago this time around was more so about like touching my followers and them feeling like that I'm accessible to them. Okay. And servicing them and, giving them knowledge about their natural hair, dropping gems. I try to drop gems, in all my appointments. Like if I could sense any type of insecurity in a woman, like I've been doing this for long enough for me to sense things that like I really absorb people's energy. Like I soak it like a sponge. So it's just like, okay, like I'm going to definitely, encourage you. We encourage each other all the times with all my clients. Like I created a very encouraging space where it's just like, yeah, it is very therapeutic. And it is, and a lot of the times, or like, if I'm going through something, I remember I did a panel at a school, John Jay, and I told them, I said that when I'm going through something, I'm not allowed to bring that to work. Because I'm touching people and my energy is like really like they're absorbing my energy like from me touching them. And if like they're having a great day and I just want to be like, sad Sally, don't touch me. If I ever, like if you have a massage therapist or if you had a gynecologist that came in with the attitude problem and you trying to do a pap smear on me, move from me. Don't touch me. Anybody that's touching my personal space, anyone that is touching your personal space, you want them to have a good energy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because that's going to add to your day or take away from your day. So when I have had my times or when I'm going through something, because everybody goes through some things, I always just tell my clients, like, I'm sorry if I'm quiet right now, or I'm sorry if I'm coming off any type of way. Like, people just appreciate that. You know what I mean? That you acknowledge that, like, listen, I want you to have a good experience with me. Absolutely. And I respect you. So I definitely, I hold that to a high standard.
I love it. Mm-hmm. So how many clients do you take on these tours?
Well, you see, it's only me right now. Yeah. And I do intend on this tour being huge. Okay, I'm talking about huge. This is not the last that you're going to hear. Like, if I have to invest all of me, I will. For what I believe in, I will. And I believe that people believe in what I believe in. And they may not necessarily know what that looks like right now. Mm-hmm. But it's going to be huge. But because I'm doing it by myself, I've only been taking like 6 clients a day. and I'm by myself, and I don't have assistants, but I am working out of like Beautiful Salon in Chicago.
Okay.
And Ken he's the owner. He has 3 salons, one in Dallas and one in Atlanta as well. Has been amazing.
Aww.
Like literally amazing. Like so much hospitality. Like showed me a great event, held the meet and greet for me, and like totally like complimentary at the W. Like literally hooked the sister up.
Because when you said the W, I said, oh.
Yeah, listen.
Chicago, welcome.
Listen, welcome. He said, yeah, make sure you get the lakeside view. I said, absolutely.
Don't mind if I do.
Don't mind if I do. And like, just like, what he has going for his business and what he wants to do, it's really amazing. Because like his hair steamer was the first hair steamer that I ever bought. And like, that's a great way to get like conditioners or anything penetrated into your hair that you really want your cuticles to open up, like steam treatments. So he was like the first one to come up with one that you could actually have at home.
And now you're working with him.
Yes.
That's
now
crazy.
I'm working with him.
So were there any stylists that inspired you in your work? Because I feel like every hairstylist, of course, you have your own thing. You do, you're a natural hair specialist, but were there other artists that you used to actually follow and kind of take up some things from them?
I would say that my biggest inspiration with hair was my old boss. My 2 old bosses. One of his name is Keith Campbell. Like I said, he was a precision cutter, and like, but he was like the whole package though. Right. There's a like he would tell me like perception is reality. Like you are as dope as you look. So like he would look dope. I mean, drippy down. And then he's doing dope haircuts on you. Like sick.
Don't you
so like that? You just like believe in everything that the person is. You know what I mean? And that's what made me feel like I need to embody, what I believe in. If I feel like your hair needs to be completely perfect and I like this shape to be perfect, I kind of want to make sure that my swag is on point so that you understand that I have like some kind of knowledge when it comes to like creating a style for you that fits your fashion sense. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I would say that like working with him and Akila was the lady that I assisted, Akila Abrams, and those 2 were like my biggest inspiration. But natural hair, I learned how to do natural hair by me going natural. So like nobody, like it's not like I took a course.
How long have you been natural?
I've been natural for I think like 7 years now, and I did like 2 big chops. I did a big chop, and it was like maybe like 3 months into not having a relaxer, so it was like really short. And then I had a fro just as big as this before. And then like I got heat damage, and I only knew how to do wash and goes at the time. So like twist outs, rod sets, that wasn't a thing for me. So I was just like, 7 months into my heat damage, once my hair started to grow out again, I cut it again in my bed. My mom was just like, who the hell do you think you are?
I did the same thing. I was listening to Pink Effin' Perfect in the mirror senior year, like, yep. I'm going for it. Oh, so stupid.
So liberating. Stop it. It was liberating.
It was bogus.
It was liberating.
It was bogus.
So first of all, so then I cut my hair off, right? And I cut it off into like a Vanessa Huxtable, like lopsided kind of fro.
Oh, yeah.
It was so cute. And then like when it started to grow out, it started to look stupid. So then I cut the other side, right? And then like I don't know who I thought I was. But then I butchered myself, and I was just like, stop. Now you look like, no offense, a lesbian.
Yeah. That's what I look like.
You look insane. You look so butch.
Yeah.
So then, like, once it started to grow out, that's when I started doing rod sets. So then that's how I learned to do, like, rod sets on natural hair. And people would see my hair and be like, oh, what did you do? I did rods. So then when I started working from home, that's when people started asking me, oh, can we get a rod set? So then I started doing it on other people. I'm just like, okay, this is something like this. I could do this. You know, because most hairstylists don't want to do natural hair. And I'm going to keep it 100.
No.
Nobody wants.
In our area up north, those Aveda salons, like, if you go in there, they'll charge you $200 to straighten your hair.
And it probably won't even be nice.
And the edges still be puffy.
Oh,
bogus.
Poor things.
Yeah.
But the thing is that, like, with how as a hairstylist, with how the world is evolving, you have to, like, just roll with it like a snowball. Like, you just have to roll with it and do what the people want. Could you imagine if I have hair this big and I'm telling people I don't do natural hair? That doesn't make any sense. You know, if I don't want to do natural hair anymore, I literally should straighten my hair all the time, and that's what I would get. You get what you look like. Whatever you look like, that's what you're going to get the most of. Because I have natural hair, like 90% of my clients are like natural. And they straighten sometimes. They, you know, I do a couple relaxers, but like I'm not against anything, you know, and I'm not against like Caucasian hair, Asian hair, anything like that. Like I don't really limit myself to anything. And that's exactly why I would never put in my bio that I'm a natural hairstylist. I'm a hairstylist, and I don't discriminate against any curls or any type of texture.
And you, now knowing that you were trained at Aveda, you were trained to work with all different type of hair.
Yes, yeah. So, and Aveda don't teach you about no black hair. Oh, not when I went. Honey, no. They wasn't teaching you no press, honey, no. Absolutely not. No rod sets, no twist outs, none of that, okay?
Okay.
So, yeah, I taught myself how to do natural hair. But the stylists that I was inspired by were the ones that, like, I worked for right straight after high school. I mean, straight after...
Those were your mentors.
Yes, for sure. And they would tell me, they would say, Julie, you're going to be better than us. I'll be like, what? How am I going to be better than you? You're so good. I'm like, you know, because when there's a generation behind you, now I get it. When there's a generation behind you, they're going to be better than you. Because they're going to come up with different tips, different tricks, all these different things. They're going to be better than you. And that's okay.
And I think that's a huge issue with millennials and elders and that competition. I notice it more so in hip hop, like, oh, we're the greats and blah blah blah. No, teach me what you knew, what you learned, and then also I'm gonna add my spin to it and see how that comes out.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I love that, you know, they bigged you up like, no, you're gonna be better than us.
Right.
And look at you now. Come on.
I would say I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for the position that I'm in, and I'm very humbled by it because it's just like, it's what I dreamed of, but I think that God has shown me that I'm going to be a lot more than what I could think of. Ooh. You know, like you can't even think of. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know where it's going, but I know that I'm just following my heart.
Wow.
So.
Follow it. Follow it. Yes. And you all, make sure you all continue to follow us. Stay tuned. We're going to be back right after this quick music break. You all, I hope you all are just taking it in. Make sure you all go check your girl out at JayHairBigga. But we'll be back with Julie here on the Daily Brew Morning Show, only at WGHC 98.3 FM. Your voice, your music, your station. But before she gets up out of here, Julie, what is something that, okay, what can I say? What is your message? What is your message right now to the people? Solid, because you've been dropping a lot. I don't know how to put it all in one sentence, but what is something that you'll say to young girls or just women looking to make that change in their life, to stop making excuses and to really get the ball rolling?
I would say that my message is that there is no one in this world that could stop you from getting what is for you. Nobody. If you want to be better, you work at that every single day. Every day. You don't say, oh, I'm going to start on Monday, or I'm going to do this idea. If you can do it now, do it now. If you want to lose weight, if you don't like how you feel about yourself, you take action and you fix that. You don't wait for someone to fix it. You don't just add someone to you like, oh yeah, I'm just going to get a trainer and they're going to fix that. You learn from your trainer. You absorb that knowledge, you apply it to your lifestyle, and then you in turn become better with your mental health and how you feel about yourself when you look at your image. So when you look at yourself and you feel better about yourself, you perform better in life, period. You know, I know when I get up and I put no effort in and, and I, act lazy or anything like that, you have a lazy effort towards any of your goals. You know what I mean? You want to be active, keep yourself on a schedule. Keep yourself on a schedule and stick to that schedule and be like, this is it. Like, I'm not compromising this schedule for anything because I have a dream and I'm going to execute that. And by being healthy in how you treat yourself, with your health, with, your dreams, your aspirations, and making sure that no one blocks that with what they think. And also, another thing I have to say is you have to be careful with who you share your dreams with. It's not something to be talked about. It isn't. It's not something that you talk about with everyone. It's something that you drop like a bomb. That's what you do with your dreams. You don't sit there. If you have a group of people and you guys are all like-minded and you guys will protect each other's dreams and will not allow energy to come in that's going to be creating some kind of doubt, your dreams will flourish. Because I've seen it for myself. When I shut up and put up, it was just like, oh, okay. So I said, oh, enough talking. No more talking. Like, only you want to share it with someone when you want input, but sometimes it's scary. It's scary to say something that you have an idea, and then for someone to say, oh, you know, I saw someone else doing that, and then you kind of feel like, oh, yeah, I guess it wasn't a cool idea. No, it is a cool idea. Because I feel like God puts your ideas in you. Like, your dreams, those are ideas from God. Like those aren't things that just happen like, oh, you're just so cool that you came up with this idea. Those are gifts. Those are gems. The same way you said I've been dropping gems. God drops gems in my mind all the time. And I don't take time to execute them. If I have this idea, I'm doing the idea. This is not a thing. Let's do the idea and get this over with because it's in my mind because something put it there. And I'm not going to sit there and think that it's just there just to be there and I'm just going to ignore it. No. If you have a concept, you have something that you want to execute, you get a group of people and you do it. That's it. You don't sit there and just be like, oh, yeah, I wanted to do this and I wanted to do that, but, you know, I need this and but you use your finances on other things that don't even have anything to do with your dreams. You know what I mean? So my whole message to people is to really invest in yourself. Invest in what you envision. What you envision in your head, invest in that. If it costs you all the money that you had that you was going to go on vacation, you're going to vacation anyway because you're going to be so successful. You know, you're going to have that money to do all that. You don't got to be...
a month if you want to.
Right. Mm-hmm. You know, everybody's out here celebrating Halloween. That's not on my mind. I'm grinding. People are like, oh, what are you wearing? I'm not wearing anything. I'm grinding.
I'm going to go get the discounted candy the day after, okay?
People are like, oh, you're going to turn up in LA or you're going to... No, I'm going to work. Yeah. I'm here to work. Yeah. And invest in my dreams just because I'm not doing what other people are doing and having, or, you know, I am having fun because I know that I'm adding to my brand. You know, like just because it doesn't look like it, or I don't have snaps of me drinking alcohol and doing all of this and doing all that, doesn't mean that I'm not living it up. Your success and what's fun doesn't have to look like what's fun to everybody else. I ain't trying to be like everybody else. It's okay that I didn't have time to snap. I'm not a part of this world like that. I understand that this world, you know, they connect through social media, but I don't need to be connected to y'all in every single ounce and moment of every moment of my life. I don't need to be connected like that. Absolutely. You know, and just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. And that's people think, oh, well, you know, she hasn't posted, or you see some, oh, they haven't posted in a minute. You know, they ain't got nothing going on. You don't know what's going on.
Come on.
You don't know what's going on.
Come on.
When I got your email to come here, I was just like floored. You say you were floored.
Yeah.
I was floored. I was just like, I can't believe this email just came in and I'm going to Chicago. Does this person know that I'm going to Chicago?
No. That's crazy. And I told them, I'm like, y'all, I cannot believe I've been following you for a while now. I started following you from the video I seen on the Shade Room of you dancing in the swimsuit. And I'm like, who are these people? Oh my God. And that was when I started following the swimsuit brand. And I'm like, okay. And from there, I just been following. I'm like, okay, who is this? Like, okay, I see she has this big natural hair. Oh, she does hair. Oh, okay. All right. This is it. Like, this is the page. And since then, you're a true inspiration. Like, you're not fake. You're genuine. You are real. And it feels surreal to have you in the flesh now here. And I'm like, she is just as real as that Instagram, y'all. She is just as fabulous as those pink boots I see in the picture that we put up. She has a pink furry vest on. I mean, a furry jacket on today. So it's like, man, I swear, I think this was for me. I'm being selfish, you guys. God sent her for me personally because I just feel like you talking directly to me.
I mean, but this is for you. All that you have is for you. What you're doing here is going to be huge. It is, in its moments right now, it's still huge. It's going to be bigger than what you think. You know what I mean? And when you continue to think that way, you don't have to be concerned with the next radio station or the next talk show, because what's for you, no one can take that from you. The universe lined this up so that we could have this interview. And you didn't even know I was coming to Chicago.
Didn't even know.
You didn't even know.
I died.
You were like, oh, can we do a phone interview? No, I'm coming in person, in the flesh.
What time do I need to be there? Like,
right.
What? And she's staying at the W. Come on, Lord.
Come on now.
Come on
now. So I am like super grateful. I'm grateful for any support that I get. I'm grateful for, like, nothing is too small. Because like Issa Rae said, you work across. You don't got to be looking up to think that that's going to get you higher. Yep. And that's why I say that to say that, like, a lot of people think that, like, when they work with celebrities, that's when they get big. I don't think that. I think that when you work with everyday people, you have loyalty.
There you go.
You know, like, and that's why I say, like,
a real foundation.
A real foundation. And you have to think, you know, the next whatever the next morning show hosts, you got to think what makes, you know, not even what makes her or he different from you, but it's just like, when people are like, oh, you're going to do celebrities, I'd be like, I'm a celebrity.
Yeah.
I'm a celebrity. The same way these celebrities, they have their brand. Beyonce, you a brand. Rihanna, you a brand. Julie's a brand. You're a brand. This station is a brand.
Yep.
Why do you have to look at someone else and think that, and the way that Beyonce and Rihanna and these people build their brand, they have fans, right? They have supporters.
Real, genuine fans.
Supporters. Yep. They have fans and supporters. Exactly. They have armies. And the thing is that, why do I have to think that I need to touch these people to be better? Cardi ain't touching nobody.
Beyonce don't even follow people back. I'm just saying.
Exactly. So when people sit there and need to think that they need to touch someone for their success, no, I'm going to have my success. I don't need it. I won't deny it as long as I'm respected.
Yep.
You know, I understand that I'm a servant. I understand that I'm in the service industry. But if you're not going to respect me and treat me like, oh, get that woman over there to do my hair. Oh, yes, this is how. No. That's not how Bigga works.
That's Julie. Okay.
Right. But that's not how Bigga works, though. I don't work like that.
Come on.
You know, I work that people should just respect each other no matter how high up you are or how low. It doesn't matter. Same way you bleed, we all bleed the same. So I'm not going to be treating you any different than I treat my clients, and I treat my clients well. So you treat me well, I treat you well. That's it. But it doesn't change. It doesn't change the fact that I'm a brand too. We could work together. I'm a brand too.
Yeah. Wow. Well, you all heard it here first from Julie herself, all the way from NYC. There it is. There it is, y'all. This is Bigga. This is what I gotta say. And it's only getting bigger from this point on. Yes, yes it is. Say it, honey. Speak it into existence. Okay. That's what it's only getting bigger. I'll meet you at the red carpet. Listen, I'll be there for sure. You know, it's not even a thing. It's just a flight away, honey. Okay.
On whose arm are you?
Yeah.
Okay, we just keeping that right now.
Listen.
You know what it is.
All know.
Listen.
Wow. Well, thank you so much again for coming in. I hope that this last day or so you enjoy in Chicago. Get the heart of the city, man.
How? Like, how do I do it? All
right. So you can go to Choose Chicago Timeout. There's a lot of different websites that you can go to find out what to do. It all depends on what you're into.
But you know what? When I come back, I'll have time to do that.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to be lit because y'all said that we're going to turn up.
Oh, we will plan that. I will plan day by day.
Honey. You talking about making an itinerary for Bigga?
Okay.
Listen.
Uber XL, can you please pick her up?
Excuse-moi. Uber XL, yes. Just like when I had them little pink boots and I stunt.
Okay.
You know, that was a whole production, honey.
Carpet down for the boots, please.
Please.
Can't get wet.
Thank you. Okay.
Well, thank you so much, Julie.
Thank you so
much.
How
can they, like, if they're listening from around the nation, if they want to be a part of this tour, how can they book an appointment with you?
You can book an appointment with me by going to at JayHairBigga on Instagram and at julie.dastiné on Instagram and emailing. You see, I'm nervous about, I don't know how many people are listening. I'm just like, girl, your style seat book is so booked. Like, I don't even understand what you're doing. But, you know.
I want to tell y'all.
Yeah, I think that I want to tell you, but you're going to, like, you know, I'm working on getting assistants and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
just making sure that I'm like sufficient, that I really get back to people. But yeah, that's the best way to book me.
Quality over quantity.
Oh, absolutely. I don't need to be touching everybody.
Yeah.
And not everybody's for you. Not everybody
Yeah.
sees your worth, and that's okay too. You ain't gotta think I'm worth it.
And it's okay to turn people down.
Oh yeah, I'm learning that real quick.
Oh yeah.
Real quick.
I work in the beauty industry. Trust me, every single day. But you guys, make sure you all go check her out. Make sure you go follow her page. Follow the journey, man. And I pray that you took something from this interview today. Not from, you know, from the maintenance of natural hair to just living in your skin and appreciating who you are. And not only that, to just move forward. Stop making excuses for yourself and go get it. Because you know, it's only getting bigger with JayHairBigga.
Hey!
All right, you guys. So, New York is out the house. I'm so sorry to see her go. But I love to see her leave because, honey, this fur jacket, the wind, every time the fan hit it, it was giving that little Mariah Carey feel.
Yes!
You know,
Because it's just like honey.
She is fabulous. You guys, we'll be back with more of the Daily Brew Morning Show only at WGAC 98.3 FM.